As we close out 2025, New Jersey real estate proved one thing. This was no longer a market driven by momentum alone. Homes didn't sell just because inventory was low. Buyers didn't act simply because rates shifted. What really determined the outcome this year was pricing accuracy, presentation, timing, and most importantly, trust. Throughout 2025, I focused my blogs, newsletters, and marketing videos on helping homeowners understand what actually happening on the ground, not just what the headlines were saying. And when you look back at the year as a whole, some very clear patterns emerged. First, pricing became the market. Homes that launched with accurate, data supported pricing and strong early exposure continued to sell even when the buyers were cautious. Homes that tried test the market or chase the price after going live often lost leverage, sat longer, and ended up making reductions that could have been avoided. The first 30 days mattered more than ever. Second, buyers didn't disappear in 2025. They became very selective. Buyers moved quickly when the home felt right, but they hesitated when pricing, condition, or presentation didn't align. Mortgage rates influenced the decisions, but perception mattered just as much. Buyers were informed, analytical, and far less forgiving of mispricing. Another big lesson from this year is that not every so-called seller's market felt like one. Even within the same town or sometimes the same neighborhood, we saw markets form. Some homes sold fast, others struggled. This is why your neighbor's sale wasn't automatically your comp, and why averages didn't always protect individual sellers. We also spent a lot of time in 2025 talking about what happens when a home doesn't sell. Expired and withdrawn listings weren't always about bad homes. More often, they reflected pricing More often, they reflected pricing disconnects, missed launch windows, or lack of early pricing adjustment. Strategy, not panic, made the difference between protecting your equity and being forced into making tough decisions later. Another shift here was how homeowners viewed real estate itself. Selling wasn't just about moving, it became a financial decision tied to capital gains, equity planning, and long term goals. Those conversations became deeper, more intentional, and far more strategic. And finally, one of the biggest changes in 2025 happened quietly behind the scenes. AI assisted tools became part of how many buyers evaluate homes. Some buyers now use AI that can connect to platforms like Zillow through user authorized settings, while listings aren't universally searchable by AI for everyone. These tools influence how buyers assess pricing, value, and whether a home is even worth clicking on. AI look at things like pricing compared to recent sales, days on market, price changes, listing descriptions, photo quality, and data consistency. That means how a home is priced and presented digitally matters more than ever. This is why simply putting a home on the MLS is no longer enough. Homes that are accurately priced, clearly described, visually strong, and consistently represented across the platforms stand out, both to the buyers and to the technology guiding the search. As we head into 2026, a few things are already clear. Buyers will remain cautious but engaged. Pricing mistakes will be felt faster. Early strategy will matter more than mid listing fixes. And prepared sellers will have a clear advantage over reactive ones. If 2025 taught us anything, it's that real estate is no longer about guessing. It's about understanding buyer behavior, local data, pricing signals, and how homes are evaluated in a smarter, faster search environment. If you're on your if selling is on your radar in 2026, clarity now protects your value later. A smart strategy will always beat a rushed decision.